We're officially on air right now. It's Fans Interference Thursdays here. You're listening live again. I'm Spencer G from Fans Interference, and just incredible week in the NFL. You had some real underdogs come out on top. You had the Indianapolis Colts defeating Denver. Peyton Manning looking uncharacteristically poor in his home stadium in Indianapolis. So, it was just it was incredible, really, to see Peyton Manning struggle like that. And of course, when you guys come into the feed, you guys will I invited some of you guys to join in. This will be a public forum going forward. Fans Interference is making an effort at 8 p.m. Every single Tuesday. We will do this Google Hangout. It's basically an avenue for you guys to get out your thoughts on air. Coolest thing is that guess what, guys? When you log into this, when you get into this Google Doc, which is pretty cool. This goes right to YouTube, so I don't have to do anything. Just search Fans Interference on YouTube or Fans Interference Facebook, and yeah, enjoy watching the stream, enjoy it. I have a link right here as well if anybody wants to get into the broadcast. So, sent out some invitations. I'm hoping some guys will come in. If not, if people don't come in the next, 5, 6, 7 minutes, then we're going to try again to do this maybe in the next 5 minutes. So anyway, I'm Spencer G. And what a week, the Buccaneers lost to the Giants. I thought the Giants bounced back pretty nicely. I think that they're a decent football team. But looking at the two schedules, it's pretty difficult. When you look at the Giants' schedule, they have a ton of tough games remaining on their slate. I mean, they have to still play Carolina. They have to go to Minnesota, which is not an easy team to play. They have New England and Washington away. The Jets, which are playing, having a pretty decent season as well. And when you look at the NFC now, the Eagles are one game back at 4-5, and their schedule is cake compared to the Giants because you have the Miami Dolphins at home is next. Tampa at home next, Detroit away, and Detroit is not the team that anyone predicted it would be. I mean, they are a complete mess right now in Detroit, in complete disarray. The whole franchise, including the president, has just been fired there. And then they do go to New England, but then they have Arizona and Buffalo at home. So the layout of their schedule really favors the Eagles, and I'll even be surprised if the Eagles don't capture the NFC East by that last week because everybody knows, at least here, if you're in the NFC East, that the Eagles and the Giants are playing the last week of the regular season. So, again, that's what's really going to decide. That's going to decide which teams are going to win the NFC East. It could come down that last game, but I actually believe that the Philadelphia Eagles could still pull off something pretty magnificent and win the NFC East outright without any of that happening. Something else I really wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about Jahlil Okafor and again, I wanted to discuss the Philadelphia 76ers because they've really been playing well, and that's really the truth. Okafor's been pretty dang good. So, all right, send the invite. So yeah, just trying to, get some people here to file in. This is our first Fans Interference. It's our first Fans Interference Google Hangout session. So we're trying to make this as successful as possible, and we're going to be doing this every single Tuesday. So just going over some metrics here, trying to get, some people into the conversation. So hopefully they received the email. And they could just download the Google app and chime on into this discussion. and get in and I want to hear some opinions. So I'm gonna hang on here. We got plenty of time, and we'll see if we get some guys to talk to here on Google Hangout. And this is Fans Interference Tuesdays once again. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be fun discussing the NFL this week. The Colts can't believe that they won a game over Denver. Carolina, I mean, they're for real. I mean, they shut down Aaron Rodgers, and Rodgers he basically had all the incentive in the world to go out there and get that W in Carolina because Denver shut him down to 80 yards. So you were thinking it would be a revenge game for the Packers to avenge last week's embarrassment on Sunday Night Football. Did not happen whatsoever. College football, again, in full steam. It's fantastic right now. Mississippi loses to Arkansas on a crazy lateral play. And Mississippi's defense, the Land Sharks, they're just not getting the job done. Brandon Allen, a pretty mediocre player for most of his career at Arkansas, but he had the game of his life, 6 touchdowns, and it was absolutely incredible. So yeah, I mean, this is part of the process of Fans Interference is chatting with you guys, the fans, and giving, that this kind of insight. So, yeah, I mean, the NCAA right now is turning out crazy. Jarrett Stidham of Baylor came in, Seth Russell got hurt, and Baylor won by 7 over Kansas State. And then also in the Big 12, you have Oklahoma State winning over TCU in a complete shootout. TCU and Gary Patterson, who's usually great at defense, not getting the job done, just flat out not getting it done in Fort Worth this year. Sorry, guys. Getting a bit tired of talking, but I want you guys to, help me out, of course. This isn't supposed to be monologue sessions with Spencer, but maybe you guys really secretly want that out. I don't know. It's hard to get people to log in. Got a couple of dedicated people, and maybe we'll get lucky and send out the cast into the ocean, hoping to get some people to come in, and enjoy the chat with us. Next week we're going to have more organized launch date for this different application. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the link for you guys to join right on the YouTube page. But this week, just pretty hectic, pretty busy week. So it's tough to kind of get the link going. Wednesday nights for Fans Interference, part of our catalog, we have Periscopes with Perry List. You can follow us at Fans Interference on Periscope for that. He's an expert with fantasy and everything, and with fantasy football, NFL football, NBA. The guy knows it all, and he's fantastic, and he does a great job. That's Wednesdays. It's Fans Interference Periscopes. A great opportunity, again, to engage and get inside scoops on fantasy football, and also as well as, local teams here in the Delaware Valley, but also on, just global questions. Perry is a guy that is very versatile and can certainly analyze any question that you present to him on Periscopes. And that's Wednesday. And then on Thursday's our show, 6:10 a.m. Fans Interference. We have a heck of a good time here. 6 a.m. ESPN in Philadelphia, and it's a fantastic time. Really have enjoyed doing the show thus far. A lot of good guys, and again, some great calling. So it's been a really the show's been a good time, a good experience for sure. And yeah, so yeah, just waiting on a couple of guys to try to come in here for this Periscope. And yeah, I think we're gonna wait this thing out and see how this all plays out. It's funny, if they eventually come on in here, what I'm gonna do is, again, I can usher you guys to go to the minutes in which we actually have a conversation with another person on Google Hangouts. So. You know what? Desperate times might call for some desperate measures. So I think we're doing a resend here on the invites. Here we go, guys. We're not quitting. We're not going to quit. We're going to battle this thing out to the end. What can I tell you? We're going to keep battling and battling it, and we'll see. We shall see, guys. I mean, this is it. This is it. Anyone with a Gmail can come on in. We have till 8:45. That's our time slot. So we have like 35 more minutes. Try to get one person to chime on in. So it's not going to be easy. No one ever said it was. It's a little lonesome on this Google Hangout. It's just me. You gotta like yourself, I guess. If it's in this, sort of, if you're in this sort of state, you gotta enjoy yourself. You have no other choice, and this is usually how regular days go as well. But yeah, this is Google Hangout with Fans Interference. It's going pretty. It's going okay. It's going okay so far. Here we go. I'm going to call up a friend of the show and see if he wants to chat. He does not know that he is on Google Hangout Fans Interference right now on the Fans Interference YouTube page. FI Tuesdays. Hey, Matt. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I'm doing a live broadcast now on YouTube. Yeah, Shanko's actually trying to work himself in. Wow. If you look at this, he's ruffling feathers. Yeah, looks like we got a nibble finally after 20. You want to hop on in as well? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I will. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, you're live. You're on Fans Interference. You're on Fans Interference with Google Hangout. Hey, Matt, can you just look at your icon and try to get it so that you can see your face on video?
See it?
Wait, Matt, can you just text me your email?
You see me?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you just text me? Text me your email and I'll give you the invite. Thanks a lot. All right, Matt. Yeah. So you see the icon? Like try the icon at the top, which allows you to turn your camera on.
Is it on or no?
It's not on.
Hey,
There it is. Shank is in the house. What's up?
hey, hey, what's going on, guys? Good to be back. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great, Shank. You know, this is the cast of the Shank and Spence show here. And
That's
and Matt,
right.
I just wanted to ask you, man. New York Giants get to 5-4. Philadelphia Eagles at 4-5. What's your scope on the NFC East?
Wow. It's really a really quite an interesting race so far. I mean, the Giants have been doing. They've been struggling with subpar teams, but I've just accepted the fact that they're just a team in rebuild right now. So basically, Giants are everybody is still in the race right now. Coming from as a Giants fan, being able to we won last game against Tampa Bay. I mean, we're just like hanging on a thread here. Hope we're 5-4. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes with the rest of the season, and
it seems
just
like
gotta get some key players back. So that'll be like Jason Pierre-Paul. That was really good to get him back. So I'm really excited to see him really get us in stride back on the defensive line.
right. It seems like the Giants too are sort of like in a stage of just like trying to stay afloat, like win the games they're supposed to. They're losing the games that they're supposed to be losing. So it
Hmm.
seems like this franchise is kind of a little bit in flux and they're just trying to survive with the talent that they have. But you know what, Matt? It's your open forum. You want to talk about Knicks basketball or anything you want. This is Fans Interference Google Hangout. So
Ooh,
you want to
oh.
talk Giants? Let's go. Knicks, everything's on the table
You
right
know what? I actually I want to switch gears. I really want to talk about the Knicks this season, and I think they're doing a really good job. They picked up a lot of great guys to be able to run the triangle offense alongside Jose Corderon and Carmelo Anthony. Aaron Flowers still getting his reins as getting the system under his belt. So is Robin Lopez. Kristaps is playing like almost rookie of the year type of talent right now. I feel like he's been the best in the draft so far alongside Okafor and Towns based on just production alone. I believe he's averaging about like 13, 14 points a game. He's grabbing some boards and some rebounds and assists. But yeah, shout out to my Knicks right now. I mean, I'm going to the game
now.
this Friday, and we're really
Porzingis
excited.
dunks on everyone.
I think Kristaps is the next thing up and coming Dirk, man. I really see his work ethic. You could see it on the floor. You really just excited to see this new kid coming out of Latvia, and I think he's even just right now, even though he doesn't have the size, I really feel that as his body progresses as a as an NFL type of body and type of player that he'll be. I
Yeah.
mean, the sky's the limit for this kid. I'm really excited to see what's next for the big kid. But shout out to New York City, baby. I'm heading up to Knicks Cavs this Friday. I'm really looking forward to watching my Knicks play. It's gonna be a rocking town,
You're going
rocking
to
night.
Knicks Cavs, and believe it or not, the Cavs are not a great regular season team either. So I think that the Knicks are going to have like a really decent shot at actually pulling that game out. And I love Derek Williams. Like I like Jimmy Graham,
I had a Duke,
but,
yep.
but at the
Hmm.
same time, I'm not sure that the Knicks would be better off with just rebuilding with Kristaps, Jeremy Grant, Derek Williams. They have such a young core. I don't think they're ready to challenge in the Eastern Conference with an aging
Well,
Carmelo.
no, not. I mean, you're getting
You
yourself
might
ahead
want
of
to deal
yourself, Spence.
Carmelo.
What are you saying?
You might want to deal Carmelo. It might be more advantageous for your franchise to rebuild.
Why?
Or do you
Why? Why would the Knicks do that? I mean, the Knicks already have a proven star right now in Carmelo Anthony. Why would you give up a proven talent to somebody else? Then, if you're going to give up Carmelo Anthony, you might as well push this plan back another 3-4 years because you're not going to get another Carmelo Anthony type of player and right away. I really don't.
But
I really don't think that the reason to get rid of Carmelo Anthony just to start
what,
over.
what I'm saying,
I don't see what your reasoning is behind that.
right. Well, this is what fans in the and hangouts are all about. What I'm saying is that you look at the New York Knicks, and they're a franchise that I don't think that they can compete with Cleveland, with Miami, with Chicago, with Carmelo and Kristaps Porzingis, Derek Williams, and this cast of players in Calderon. I think that you're peaking at like a 6 seed, at like a 5 or a 6 seed, and the furthest.
And that is a complete that's a complete success this year for us because we're not looking to compete. Just like the Sixers right now, we're not. This is all, like you said, exposition games for them. This is basically exposition for us, dude. I mean, we're actually competing more this year. You could see it with these types of players that we have, like Derek Williams and Calderon and Anthony and Grant. I definitely this year see some more fire and some more competitiveness, and especially, I mean, last year was you had nobody to work with, but now this year you actually have a good role players that it could really turn out into some really good talent this year. And as long as they can compete this year, I mean, you're not going to get good right away. You're not going to get if you get the best player in the world, LeBron James, like they did with the Cleveland Cavaliers, when he first came to the Cavs, you're not going to be competing for a title right away. I'm really excited to see what the Knicks are having next couple of years. I mean, we gotta wait for this year to wait out. We gotta improve, and then once we improve, then we can actually we get a good basis. Then we'll be able to attract these free agents next year, like a Kevin Durant, or maybe we'll get a Monte Ellis, another great role player, or we're able to get some other good players and some good role players. So I'm really excited. The sky's the limit for these Knicks. I'm really excited to see them.
I want to just analyze that point further. You see what you just admitted your team was a young nucleus and getting into the playoffs as an 8 seed would be a huge accomplishment. Then why are you paying the superstar tons of money and really just holding? You're really just restricting your cap, and you're restricting a Durant from coming to this team. You can also trade Carmelo for draft picks. So then in the years 2020 and 2021, you're dominating basketball instead of just being a one.
Well, you're understanding that the Knicks are that's where the money is. New York City. I mean, the Knicks are okay with paying the cap penalty to be able to get some great players, but I mean, Carmelo needs his money too, man. He wanted to stay in New York, and he wanted to stay in New York. That's what his heart and soul was. And you have to overpay for some guys just to keep him because, if Carmelo, like I said, if Carmelo left, we would have been talking about, Knicks are going to be one of those. It's going to be even longer than, to rebuild. But
with Carmelo staying, you don't think they're hampering their?
No, not at all. I mean, what would you rather have? Would you rather have Carmelo Anthony or no Carmelo Anthony? That's what it basically comes down to. And you can't just be like, oh, well, it's okay to say that, Carmelo Anthony, if he goes away, he's taking all this money, but he's a proven commodity superstar and he deserves that money. And, I mean, the Knicks have a lot of money. So the salary cap, the restricting of the cap, that has nothing to do with this situation whatsoever. And I honestly, the Knicks they'll find a way to get around that, but they'll still be able to get, a big marquee free agent. I mean, look at Cleveland. Cleveland can do that. If Cleveland can pull all these, superstars in the little town of Cleveland, Ohio and Akron, Ohio, then the New York Knicks can, because they got one of the biggest markets in the NBA alongside with Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. I mean, the sky, like it goes back to my point. Sky's the limit for this franchise. It's all about looking up.
I mean, I understand your points. It just seems like it's going to be very hard to actually execute. Winning in the postseason and winning the ultimate goal, because it's not like Carmelo. It's not like Carmelo or no Carmelo. It's Carmelo with like two draft picks and young role players that you can build a nucleus with together.
I know. I might
have this superstar that's frustrated being on a team where, again, like he's not succeeding, going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he might become dissatisfied. The locker room might be divided. Those are just things you have to consider too.
I totally understand where you're coming from, but I know coming from a New York Knicks standpoint as a fan, I really feel that we're built for the future. In my opinion, maybe on the same par with the Sixers because right now, and I don't know how you're gonna get like another LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony talent. Like I mean, Jahlil Okafor is a great commodity. I don't know if he's going to be comparable to the level of LeBron James ever was. I mean, he might be that great guy, but he might not be as a caliber as a guy. We have like I said, we like the Sixers right now. They don't really have anybody to go off of, even besides like an Okafor or a Noel. Like Noel is still an above average guy, but he's not going to make an instant impact like a Carmelo Anthony is. And I feel like the Knicks right now, I feel like they're closer to winning a title right now. I mean, just based off just superstar talent that the Knicks have, even just with Carmelo Anthony alone. I mean, you're not. It's like for the Sixers, you're not going to have guys that are going to lead your team like Nerlens Noel is going to really bring a title just because of Nerlens Noel. No, it's because of the fact that the Knicks already have a guy in place that can really you can put your backbone and build your guys around these guys to be able to fulfill your goal. But I mean, from the Sixers standpoint, I like obviously, yeah, I do like what they're doing, but you have to keep going. You just gotta hope and pray that the guys that they get next year, that they're going to be like a LeBron James like talent, a Kevin Durant like talent to be able to be the leader of this team and be able to carry this team into the postseason and be able to make an impact for the Eastern Conference.
The Sixers can realistically, the LA Lakers pick is the top 3 protected. So anything past 3, the Sixers are getting the Lakers pick next year in the first round, which could be 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. So let's just say, Matt, because I think the Sixers are going to have the worst record in the NBA, they get the first pick next year on the road. So now you have the first pick, the 6th pick, and then you might have the 18th pick as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can package the first pick in the draft and the 6th pick in the first round and go after a guy like Blake Griffin or DeAndre Jordan. Like you can use them to maybe go after a star like a Blake.
You're going to have
I would totally be in favor of that.
You're gonna yeah, I understand, but you're gonna have to be able to entice these GMs because they're not just gonna take a number 6 pick or an 18 pick just to get a proven commodity like a Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. I just don't see that happening for the Sixers, and I don't know why would you get you're gonna add up to more of the backcourt or the front court that you have already with Noel.
No, you would trade Noel because then you'd have Griffin and.
Why would you trade Noel? He's a proven commodity. He's a defensive specialist. He's already. Why would you trade away to get a guy that could be a potentially good in the long run? You already have a proven commodity. Why would you trade Noel? That does not make sense to me. Like you did the same thing with Michael Carter Williams. You're going to do the same thing again with Noel. I mean, Michael Carter Williams is going to be
listen,
be good in this league, but we'll see. I don't know.
Listen, I'm down with Blake Griffin over Nerlens Noel, and I think most people.
All right, I get that, but I don't know.
Lifetime, and Blake is really a talented first-tier player, and Noel, he has offensive deficiencies. He's very strong defensively. He's a solid player, but he's not going to be a multi-year all-star like I really think Blake Griffin can be.
Yeah.
So I would do that deal today because then you have 2 of the best scorers potentially for the next couple of years in Blake and Jahlil that can really create around the basket. Then the Sixers have money. You got to look after Bradley Beal or Jordan Clarkson. So then you have Saric, Blake Griffin, Okafor, and then if you get like a free agent like Jordan Clarkson, Eric.
That's a great plan in theory, but we'll actually entice to the Clippers are going to break up their team like that. I mean, DeAndre Jordan is not going anywhere for a long time. He already did the Dallas Mavericks dirty, so why would he come back to the Sixers?
You do have chips, though, with this.
I understand, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but
it's fun playing hypotheticals. But
yeah.
Is about the Knicks is like you gotta. I mean, your window with Melo is not that long, and with the Sixers, they have a lot of flexibility. Unfortunately, though, you're right, Shenko. If the Sixers draft poorly, like it looks like the Embiid pick was
It's going to be a wash. And
yeah,
it's a shame. I mean, they had no choice to pick Noel. I mean, I'm sorry,
Joel Embiid.
they had no choice to pick Joel Embiid because the guys that were picked after him,
We're not.
the Knicks the Sixers have already got him. Like Stauskas, he went to the Kings. Now the Sixers have him. He was picked at like number 8, and then they have other scrub guys who
Yeah.
are not making impact. So they had to make that pick because the potential was there of being they had comparisons of him being like really exactly. They had guys like Hakeem Olajuwon as a comparison, but you can't pass up. He's really good on the boards when he's healthy. He's really good. He's a double machine. But yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can invite people to this?
Yeah. Wait, you're on it right now on your phone?
Yeah.
So do you see the top menu there?
Mm-hmm. Wait, how long is this? Is this live for? How long is this live for?
You see the left analog that says invite people?
Yeah. Wait. On the top right.
Yes. Top left. I'm sorry.
Oh, top left. Oop. Top left. Invitation preferences.
Send invite. Maybe I can only do it because it's on my video.
Mm-hmm.
But again, yeah, like anybody you would want could potentially jump.
I really want to get my friend. I really want to get my friend on this debate because he's a big Sixer. He's a big Knicks fan like me, and he would be great for this debate.
Hey Matt.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we've been on for a little while, so we're probably going to cut off pretty soon. But
that's all right. I'll get him on next time.
Yeah, next week, just send me his email, and we can get him on and have a fantastic discussion.
Awesome.
Sound great?
Cool.
All right, Shank. You know what? It looks like, guys, this has been a lot of fun, and it looks like this show right here is going to end. So we want to thank Shanko for stopping by, and this is Fans Interference.